Hello everybody and welcome to our channel, How We Move the Decimal. In the video today, I'm going to be photographing slides from the 1960s, from several different years in the 1960s in one large lot. I use a tracing board that I got off of Amazon, nothing special, but I do use a slide to digital converter at the end of the video, and you can see some of the slides converted to digital photos. I will say photographing slides is not lucrative. Selling slides on eBay, not lucrative. There's a market for them. My mom was watching a YouTube video the other day about a lady who likes to take old pictures and old slides and stuff and remake clothing items that she saw in the pictures and slides. So that's like a unique, fun thing. I have sold slides to studios before. So I don't know if they need them in costuming or if they are going to use the pictures in like walls or props or whatever. But I have sold to studios before. I've sold to people that were at these places because a grand majority of these are like locations. And I've sold to people that may have visited the location around the same time and they don't have pictures. So then they use these pictures to bring back memories. But needless to say, I'm not going to be a millionaire. I'm not going to go buy my Tesla off of slides. I'm barely putting my kids through camp and sports and whatnot with my eBay sales. I have more of a scattershot method. I will sell anything I can get my hands on, but I'm not in a part of the country where I have high-end things readily available to me, at least not in my immediate vicinity. It would be 2 to 4 hours to get my hands on really higher end market of stuff. So if I find it and I think it'll make money, I'll pick it up. Now, I know these slides are not going to make big bucks, but I like looking at them. They're the most fun things I like to list. My husband likes to list hard goods a lot, but I really like listing. Like, I could just make a day of this. I could sit and look at all of these slides because it's so interesting to me. Looking at the people, looking at what they're doing. I don't know if that makes me like a voyeur or what, but this is my fun when I think about listing stuff on eBay. Now, I do sell more clothing and it sells, but I hate photographing it. It takes forever. I have to make all the measurements. There's nothing new or fun about it. This is least interesting to me, but it's not my money maker. I'm not making large quantities of money off of it. However, they seem to be my more popular YouTube videos, so maybe everybody else likes looking at them. If you see me stacking them in stacks, I can fit 24 slides on the slide board. So 24 slides, I'll put them in each stack of 24, knowing that they're 24, and when I go to count them, it's easier for me to then like equal them out to 25. And that makes it just easier for me when going through it. However, the other day, I forgot that they were in stacks of 25. I thought they were in stacks of 50, which caused me to greatly miscalculate the number of slides I had in a box. But I was able to fix that before they were even listed on eBay. So no harm, no foul, but I was a little discombobulated. I'm hoping to have some videos of me actually listing these on eBay pretty soon for you guys. It's just been such a hectic time, and I'm filming this April 6th, which means tax time is coming up. Don't forget to do your taxes. Remember, all of the rules on eBay are changing for this coming year for taxes. We want to look at what you declare, what you don't. I will say I've always declared everything on eBay, even if it was under the marker. For the past 2 years, eBay has sent a 1099 and I'm getting it and I'm not making that much. So I'm assuming they're sending it out to even small sellers. So you're going to have to file those taxes. I use GoDaddy bookkeeping and I do all of our bookkeeping for us. I do our ins and outs, our inventories, and the only thing I don't do, which I should do, but I don't do it, is calculate mileage going to and from the post office. You can take mileage off your taxes as an expense going to and from the post office. And now that gas is up to $4.50 a gallon, I might start doing that. I've never done it before because the post office is on my way to work. So when I'm leaving work and coming home, I can just drop them off at the post office. I'm not making a standalone trip. and I have adjusted my shipping, and that was even pre-gas prices. I have adjusted my shipping probably 2 years ago to be 2-day. So not same day, not next day, 2-day. That way I can ship on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I'm not going to the post office multiple times. I know we can have the post office come and pick up at our house. I don't live in the best area where I would feel comfortable leaving my packages outside. There have been a lot of porch pirates in my area, and I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. And I've talked to our postal person when he comes and drops off our mail, and it's a special thing, and they can even deny it in our post office because of lack of employees at this time. So it's just not something I'm comfortable with. But lucky for me, the main post office in our town is on my way home from work. So I can just drop them off. And they have one of those drawers. So I can self-scan and put it in the drawer as long as the drawer is open and empty. Sometimes the drawer gets stuck and I have to go wait in line. So I always want to get there before the post office closes in case I do have to wait in line. I do not ship on the weekends. And again, I only ship on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But gas mileage is something you take off on your taxes. Office equipment. So like this light board that I'm using, I can take off on my taxes because I need it to list on eBay. My camera, I can take off on my taxes. My computer, I can take off on my taxes. And part of my internet, I can do that. I don't take off a home office because I don't have a space that I can say is dedicated to working on this. Because, like, right now, I'm doing this at my dining room table. I usually always photograph at my dining room table. And then when I'm not photographing at my dining room table, our computers are set up at the dining room table. The only thing we don't do at the dining room table is actually eat anything. So I do not have a dedicated space. But if I did, I could also take that off my taxes. I like to make sure that I get all of my business deductions in, all of my expenses in before the first of the year. I tend to look at everything around the end of May and see where I'm standing. That's a good view of the year. Yes, most people make more money in fourth quarter. I tend to be fairly steady. I actually do the best in January and the best in like July and August. Again, I think that's because it's bread and butter brands. They're not buying these as Christmas presents. They're buying these so their kid can go to school. They're buying backpacks I have, again, for school. So it just depends on what you're selling in your time of year. That being said, I do sell a lot of cross stitch patterns and cross stitch material, and that is actually selling really well right now. And if we have any cross stitchers out there, or crafters for that matter, this is about the time you start looking at stuff you're going to make for people's Christmas presents and for holiday presents and all of that. So if I was going to give somebody a cross stitch that I made for like Christmas, then I'm going to want to start now. I did sell a lot of cross stitch Santa patterns. There was 3 separate books, and it was like Santa through the seasons or something, and Santa doing different occupations. I was not surprised I sold those Santa books at the beginning of March because again, this is when you would start working on a project. So I do sell craft supplies and stuff, and I sell like vintagey craft supplies. I'm not going to Hobby Lobby and buying stuff on clearance and flipping it. I'm going to church sales. I'm going to garage sales. I'm going to estate sales, and I'm finding more of the vintage craft supplies, and those do sell fairly well for me, which is nice because that's something that I could probably get readily available now that I'm able to go back to estate sales in person. We'll see how that is. The estate sales online got really competitive. There were lots of things that I really wanted, but they were just going too high, and I got priced out of it because people from everywhere could buy from that. So estate sales in person, we'll see. I was disappointed with the one estate sale I went to in person. Just the quality was not great. Plus, the person that lived there was a really heavy smoker. Like the smoke hit you in the face when you walked into the estate sale, which was really unfortunate because if I would have found something I really wanted, I would have probably hesitated buying it because knowing it came from a smoking house. we've gotten smoke out of like books and stuff before, but it's like putting them in the freezer in a Ziploc bag with baking soda in it. It takes a bit. It's a little easier to get out of clothes. I got a really huge lot of vintage Western shirts a couple years ago. True vintage, true Western shirts, really amazing lot. The person must have like worked for a cigarette factory. They smelled so bad. I ended up soaking them in a bathtub with vinegar and several other things I can't even remember at the time. And the bathtub water looked like coffee when I took these shirts out. It was so bad. The bathtub water smelled our entire house up. The shirts, it did come out of the shirts. It took 2 soakings and then a run through my washing machine to come out of the shirts. I made my money back, but if I had to do it again, I think I would hesitate because it did take so long to do. And it was such a process. And the water was really, really disgusting. But again, it looked like coffee. So be aware of that. Smoke is just so permeating. Same with like the mildewy smell, the basement smell. It can be very hard to get basement smell out of things. I found like for clothing, soaking them in a bathtub tends to work. And for books and stuff, the freezer has been the best method for me. Thank you for watching my video, and please tune in next time.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.